Hello, I am Liffy Joy and welcome to another planty video. Going for a quick one today. I have completely mistimed life and this is my last week of work for the year and studio is a little chaotic right now. Oh, hello, that's a Rosie. Rosie's here too, in case you can't tell. Misty is around, but everyone's a little bit sad because I've closed all the doors up. Everyone's doing everything. I think everyone else is on holiday, so there's kids screaming, dogs barking. It's chaos outside, so everything's closed up. So the cats are sad, it's hot. Yeah, it's a full situation. But here we go. Today I wanted to do a story time. I've seen a couple of these before and actually think they're quite fun. So I thought I would do a story time because if any of you have been following me on Instagram, you will know the tale of Stick. Stick has been my greatest love for the last couple of months. Stick came into my life in August. And yeah. I wanted to tell you the tale of Stick. I'm going to see if I can insert pictures in from my Instagram. I realized I didn't take them to my camera roll. I literally took them on Instagram, which in hindsight was a foolish thing to have done. So you're going to get weird little captioned Instagram pictures if I can work out how to put them in. But I wanted to show you the tale of Stick. So long story short, I have been looking for a Syngonium variegata for ages. And I heard a rumor that a local nursery had some, or we're going to have some cuttings of them. So I ended up there one day, just coincidentally, and found in the back corner on a shelf under lots of plants, like I think they were tucked there because they weren't ready for sale, but they had prices on, so who knows. Found a little section of three, oh, she's going to knock stuff over. Sorry, Rosie. 3 pots of plants that were all labeled Syngonium variegata, but yeah, they weren't. There were 2 with leaves and those were just normal, like green Syngonium. And then there was one that was literally a stick in a pot that had some variegation on the stem. It had 2 lines of white. So I was umming and ahhing for a while thinking like, this is the only one that's going to be variegated. Like I was that weirdo who's in there like, ooh, looking at the stem. Like the other 2, they were never going to be variegated. Like those were reverted bits of the plant that have been chopped off and propagated and were being sold as variegated plants when they weren't variegated plants. And I'm not about that life because that's not coming back. We all know that that's a done deal. But there's one stick, it had the potential. And I actually was there with a friend and was talking about it and then went home and was thinking like, no, I should go back. So I actually went back the next day because I'm an obsessive weirdo and bought a stick in a pot. Foolishly, it was cheap. So it was 65 rand, which for us is nothing. I can't work out the conversion. I'll put it up somewhere here. I'll put it up here, whatever the conversion is into dollars and into euros and into pounds. Ooh, Rosie just fell off the table. Ah, Rosie. Apparently she likes the stand that I keep the camera on. Oh no, there's fluff on the camera. Oh, she's having a crazy time. Rosie, do you want to go play with a toy? Do you want to play with a feather? No, okay. Can't please her. So I went back and bought Stick. Got Stick home and was staring at it for a while and thought, this really is a stick. They judged me hard in the nursery, by the way. Literally the lady was like, why are you buying this when it doesn't even have a leaf? Like, it has potential. I believe in it. Which at the time seemed stupid. Got home with the stick. Anyway, long story short, I decided I didn't like the soil mix that it was in. It looked a bit like claggy and horrible, so I took Stick out the soil mix, only to find that it had no roots. I don't know what's happening. What are you doing? Sorry, I had to cut there because Rosie's having a funny moment, so we're just going to distract her with this pencil. She's really mad she can't go outside. So I got back from the nursery and realized that the soil was super claggy and gross. So I took him out the pot and it turns out it literally was just a stick, like not a root to be found, like not even a semblance of a root. Literally they'd just cut some of the stem off and stuck it in a pot and just been like, hey, we'll sell this, no one will check, which I was a lot frustrated about, but it's fine. We can make these things work. Well, I hoped I could make these things work because it really wasn't looking good. So basically it was a stick with 1 node and it had a tiny little like tiny little growth point at the bottom on like what was like half a node that they chopped off. Anyway, so I stuck him in water to start off with and then realized that that was a foolish thing to do because he had no leaves. So plan B was sticking him in a little hothouse. So that's my go-to propagation method. Make a nice little airy soil mix with lots of perlite and shove it in a pot and shove it inside a Ziploc bag. And we have a magical window which is over there, which everything that's propagating or growing or like coming from seed goes on, and everything loves that windowsill. It gets really, really nice morning sun. Not too hot, which I think is the saving grace. So anyway, stick went into the bag. I looked at stick for a while, and then after about a week, I took stick out again and I cut it in half. I thought I'm going to double my chances. There's a node in the middle and they've got this little growth point at the bottom. Let's just see how it goes. Long story short, nothing happened for ages. That was August. By October, nothing had happened. I've written dates down. Oh yes, here we go. Look, I'm being so organized here. Opened the Ziploc bag one day and one half of stick had a tiny little sprout. I was so excited. And it carried on growing and it carried on growing. And then stick got its first leaf. One half of stick got its first leaf. The other half of stick, nothing, nada happened. Nothing happened. It's very sad. But I got a new leaf. I thought, oh my goodness, this is happening. So I went after a while to take it out. The leaf had got to about this size. Took it out, still no roots. So it's literally growing leaves now with no roots. Oh my goodness, what am I going to do? I'm just going to leave it in the Ziploc bag for a while. Left it in for another few weeks. This is until like a few weeks ago. It's now like middle of December, I guess, early mid-December. So this is in like middle of November. Thought, you know what? It's got 2 leaves now. I'm gonna take it out and just see what it does. Took it out, it had some roots. So basically, planted stick up, and I'll show you stick now. Do you want to see stick now? Keep in mind, this is 4 weeks. Look at him! Syngonium albo variegata. That's his full name. Look at stick. That was quite literally a stick. A stick, Rosie. A stick. I'm going to keep on calling it stick, even though it's no longer stick. But we're rocking 4 leaves. There's a tiny little 5th one on the way. I'm going to see if I can tip them over and show you without it all falling out. This is the newest leaf. That unfurled 2 days ago. That section's it's all hardening off now, so this green's going to get a little bit darker and this white's going to get whiter. It's going to go up to this kind of level of white. But oh my goodness, guys, big stick energy. This is potential right here. Believe in your sticks. Believe in those propagations that you think are not going to make it, because literally everyone was like, girl, that stick is not going to make it. That is a stick. Just chuck it out. I didn't chuck him out, and this is what results. So perseverance is everything. The other half of stick did take a lot longer, but about 3 weeks ago, the other half of stick also sprouted a leaf and got roots. So I have a very kind friend who sent me some beautiful plants, who lives up in Joburg, so I'm down in Cape Town. So I thought I will send her the other half of stick, because people on Instagram, a couple of you, not all of you, I think half of you think that I'm insane, but some of you are also deeply invested in stick's journey. We're going to make t-shirts, there's a whole fan club. So that's why I wanted to do a story time on stick, because I've never been so emotionally invested in a plant before, and I'm so proud of it. Like, look at him, that's a full plant from a damn stick. Kind of links into the whole Tyler Thrasher wet stick thing. I did buy a wet stick. I'm that person because I wanted to, but it was cheap. I didn't pay thousands of rands for it. It was cheap. And this is what I got, the most beautiful plant. It's gonna have such potential. Like, I couldn't be prouder. I couldn't be proud. I feel like this is my child. So that is my stick story time. Rosie's still here. I don't know if you can see her. Rosie, stick for you. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you if you've listened all the way through to the saga of stick, but I really love this plant and I'm so proud of it. So if you ever find a stick, shove it in some nice aerated soil on a nice windowsill in a Ziploc bag and just let that guy do its thing. The Ziploc bag will help you in every way, shape or form. And you too can have your own stick. Thank you for tuning in. I am Liffy Joy. You can find me on Instagram at leafy.greenfingers, and I will see you next time for another planty video. Bye. If you liked that video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Rosie Misty, who's here somewhere, and I will see you next time.